Man, what's up, everybody? It's Eric Debonair, Donnell, co-owner operator at Two Geeks and Nerds Productions, along with my partner in crime and business partner and brother and all that other stuff.
Black Samurai, also co-owner and operator of Two Geeks and a Nerd Productions.
And today we're going to talk about censorship as far as being censored, because there's a lot of something we wanted to talk about, and Black Samurai was like, oh, well, we going, let me say YT, which still even that sounds crazy. We gotta do this, and I'm like, man, like y'all make me not even want to talk about certain stuff, because like we supposed to have freedom of speech. And my whole thing is America is too sensitive nowadays. Oh my goodness, like will you please pull out your like seriously, I gotta censor myself like that, because if I say what I want to say, somebody will get offended.
But is it?
What?
Honestly, I don't believe it's sensitive. I believe that people are being sensitive, or should say saying that they're, and not all people, but I feel like most, because we are a very controlling society. And I feel like because they know it's so much openness now with social media, people aren't private like they used to be. I feel like people are trying to control a narrative.
I agree with that, but it's like, well, they might as well censor the music too. So, for instance, I remember when Gucci Mane's Bricks came out. Mm-hmm. The song, they was playing it on regular radio. All white bricks, light tan bricks, no censor. So, y'all let people talk about that, or talking about doing certain Uggs. Let me say that, because I got to censor myself, because we don't want the babies to get, to cry or whatever. Now, y'all can feel how you want to feel about this, because I'm going to be respectful, but I'm going to just be real with you. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously, like, we supposed to have freedom of speech, which we already know that ain't true, because there's certain things that you can be sued over for saying certain things. Like, I'm sure somebody's going to see this video or see a clip from it and take it and twist it and turn it to make it how they want to make it, to make them feel better and make them feel like, oh, woe is me, but what about me? Me too, and all that other crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous, and I understand certain stuff, but
just like I gotta say this, you put crap and Me Too in the same sentence, but he's not saying that Me Too is crap.
I'm not saying that. I can't even say nothing else out of there, because they be like, well, he said it without saying it. Kind of like I was told that at my place of employment currently, that pretty much if I didn't step down in position, that I was going to get canned or let go possibly. And said that the best, I just feel, I'm not telling you what to do, but I feel, it'd be in your best interest to step down and because, and you'll get your bonuses and all that. And who cares about the bonuses? Give me my hourly pay that I want, that I deserve, which you're not going to give me what I'm worth, because I'm worth $1 million, you know what I'm saying, as far as my work ethic. But all I'm saying is like, saying it without saying it, like, come on, people, like, get out of here. Again, sensitive or controlling, whatever you want to call it, I think people need to just get it together and just, understand that people are people are going to say stuff. My kids get into it all the time and say that, or like Melanie was getting teased about something, and I was like, just ignore them. Don't let it bother you. Words only have the power that you give them. Literally. My opinion. But no factual.
No, I mean,
no expert.
It's. Oof. I'm not even sure what to say. You might carry most of this one.
So, but what you were talking about a little while earlier, before we even started the show, you were talking about we can't say certain stuff that deals with certain acts, physical acts that people engage in. Let me put it that way.
We'll say throw hands.
No, not even throwing hands. I'm talking about like, we was talking about.
That was one of the ones we were talking about. We call them that throw hands.
Yeah.
Or across the YouTube world, it is called DV.
Or the thing that deals with, let's say, the situation that dealt with old boy from Subway, who's gonna get out of he's gonna get out soon. Jared, the Subway guy. Remember he got caught up in the scandal and all that. Yeah, so when it comes to stuff like that, why are y'all not throwing a book at these people? Why are you not having severe punishments for these crimes, these acts which are injustice to minors or whoever, and the parents or whoever. Why are y'all letting these people, I don't even know what to say.
We'll call them invaders. We'll call them invaders.
These invaders of people's personal privacy. Why are y'all letting them get off? But then you have people that are in the streets, let's say, because again, I don't want to get the video flag. People in the streets doing certain things that the government knows that they're doing.
Because it's honestly racism.
It is, and we probably can't even say that. Can we say that?
Because,
but we know it is. It's systematic racism. Let's put it that way.
Because again, we know, and I'll say program, and the reason why I say also programmed is because, easy example, Harvey Weinstein versus Bill Cosby, both in entertainment, both very powerful, but we did not get the level of coverage on Harvey Weinstein than we did Bill Cosby. And then the reason why I say programmed, because you have a certain group of people, even being, I'm not going to say us, but see, I got a term for those people, and I have to censor it. We'll call them the ninjas that just so happen to be black. That's what I call them.
Brown ninjas.
And you know what ninjas is. And the reason why I say them, because they'll be very quickly, what does it have to do with Caucasians? What do they have to do with them? And see, y'all missed the point with that. The reason why the laws aren't upheld because of racism, classism, is sexism. I'm sure it's more to that, but it's the top three.
I mean, we got a ninja like this that's commander-in-chief right now. Let's just put it out there. He a ninja. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Cheeto.
Yeah, he a ninja.
Because ninjaism, and we're not talking about your swords and old school karate movies. Ninjaism is a state of mind.
Yeah, and
it is not. Yeah. It is not a people. I know some of y'all been told it's a people.
It's not a skin color.
It's not. Yes, it's not a skin color. It is a
mind state that one chooses to embrace.
And I was going to say poor, but poor is an understatement.
It ain't even a poor, because we know people that are, for instance, I grew up.
Well, not as a poor.
Yeah, poor. Yeah, in the mind or whatever. I'm about to say because it was another young lady was talking about on the thing I saw was how we make, or brown people make being poor look cool, to the where rich kids want to be brown people. Everybody want to live the brown lifestyle until it comes time to be actually brown and receive the repercussions and consequences of actually being brown. Because, and this is a whole nother thing, but all around the world, everybody want to have kinky hair. They want to have locks or whatever. They want to wear the baggy pants, the clothes. Everybody want to be a thug. Everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to get enhancements when it comes to females and stuff. But then when it comes time to be brown, like really brown, and a perfect example, look at Kim Kardashian. She went so far as to have brown children by an insane brown man who's a genius, is how insane he is. And then she had a rump reduction afterwards. But she had it inflated, lips and everything inflated. Now all of a sudden, no, this ain't where I need to be. I remember
there was an ad she appeared on, and they made her skin really dark.
Yeah.
And she had to apologize for it because it offended people.
Yeah, I mean, even look down to, so again, y'all want to censor stuff? Stop letting non-melanated people play melanated people in societies and stuff when they're not really there. And stop getting rid of our history. They're getting rid of all of our history. All the native history, they wiping it out right now. Even like down to Jackie Robinson, I believe, not only was one of the greatest baseball players ever, but was also in the war. And there's federal documents that stated what he contributed to, I think it was World War II or whatever. They have erased it. They are erasing the history of the code talkers from the Navajo people. There were the code talkers in World War II. That actually was a major part of it. So y'all censoring all this, that, and the other or whatnot. You getting rid of DEI and CRT and all this other stuff. Like, we gonna be real. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like,
But again, it comes to that programming because even when you're talking about featureism, as it's called, if you are dark skinned, but you don't have the nose, the cheekbones, and the full lips, if you're dark skinned, and we know when it comes to African American, but again, it's with other races as well. There's colorism and there's featureism. But when we have the featureism, and we don't even need to get those people over there or over yonder, as my grandma used to say. Again, those ninjas who would just so happen to be black and that are programmed, they're the first to always criticize lips, noses, skin tones. But other people of other races, when it comes to the features, pay.
People to get those features.
People pay for cheekbones. We definitely know everybody pay for lips.
I got teased about my lips in middle school.
The only thing that doesn't get any love though is that wide nose. The wide nose.
Oh, nobody wants a wide nose. Everybody wants a little nose, except for me.
The hips, the oversized booty. Your booty's so big, that thing just flop on the seat. That thing like this. You sit down, you standing up. It's like this, and then when you sit down on the seat, I remember I saw that
everybody
on
a
reality show. That thing was like this. That thing was so big on the chick, it was beyond ridiculous. And then y'all talk about y'all can't have problems reaching around to cleanse yourselves because it's so dang big.
Or the nails. They had the long nails, and I'm like, yo, them itch scratchers, because that's exactly what you're doing. You like it's gross. Me personally, I like a natural woman. You know what I'm saying? I like natural features. I don't want no enhancements or nothing like that. I like natural curves. You ain't gotta have all that extra stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? For me, like I'm cool with all that. You know what I'm saying?
We know we probably will get some criticism because our boy Kendrick Lamar, when he came out with that song about loving a natural woman, a lot of y'all was mad, and this is what the issue is.
That's because you hate yourself.
Regardless, this is what the issue is. Some of y'all, again, if we have this real conversation, some of y'all just followers. Some of y'all went to get BBLs because this one, that one, and that one over there, and the one over on the other side of the hill.
You did it because Drake did.
BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. I know, like, y'all talking about Drake again.
Look, I'm sorry. Side note, too. On Brooke and Jubal's show about a second date, when I tell you about the other day, you know, shout out to Brooke and Jubal. I love listening to the clips. A dude actually didn't answer the phone for a girl that he wanted to go out with because he told her he was sick or something like that. Turns out, because they get the people to spill the tea before they let them know the other person online. He was like, I had surgery. He was like, what kind? It's like, cosmetic, I'm okay. It was like, well, just what did you do? He got butt implants. So, Drake ain't the only one doing it. The dude said he was in the gym a long time and just wasn't getting the results he wanted, so he took some money, he got implants. I mean, we seen guys get, the crazy ones are the bicep implants. Yeah. And then I've seen calves and stuff too. But anyway, you know, that's just a side note. But, yeah. All y'all were doing it because y'all saw people, you know, he said during the pandemic, like, hey, perfect time. I mean, we ain't doing anything else. Let me go get this surgery. Let me go out of the country, get this surgery. You seeing people like Meg Thee Stallion and all these other people or whoever. Which again, men, a stallion is a male horse, not a female horse. Okay, so
yeah, we know Meg got that controversy, but I don't know. Does Meg
might actually be a stallion from what we've seen on some video footage and heard. But,
I already know that's getting.
But I don't care.
But I don't know. Maybe Meg the mayor. We know Meg is controversial. Meg got a lot of controversy. You know, I don't know if Meg the mayor, because that's supposed to be the female.
Should be a mayor, not a stallion.
Meg the mayor. Meg the Stallion. You know what? Put that in our comments when y'all see this video. We always tell y'all, put in the comments. So let's do a little poll in the comments. Does Meg the Stallion, which sounds better? Meg the Stallion or Meg the Mayor? We really want to know. Heck, that might be a whole show.
I mean, the Stallion sounds better just because but think about this. They call Rocky the Italian Stallion. He's not a woman. Rocky was a real person. For real. They called him the... Yeah, it's based on a true story. I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
It's called the Italian Stallion. I mean, like, he's the male horse. He the stud, you know what I'm saying? So why would y'all want to call... I mean, and one of my favorite rappers of all time, Pimp C, be like, got a young red stallion and she 20 years old. When she pop it from the back, you see that... Oh, I can't say it because, you know...
But we are not criticizing Meg.
No.
Because we know something. Because we going back. Why we gotta say this? Because y'all be so sensitive. Some of y'all, not all y'all.
Meg did pull a Jessie Smollett. She pulled a Jessie Smollett with old boy. You know that was all a lie. She made all that up.
No, he shot at her.
Yeah, but I think they said she lied about some of that stuff.
No, there was. She said she lied to cover him.
Oh, okay.
She didn't
My
lie
bad,
about,
man.
Yeah, she lied to cover him to the police when it initially.
He shouldn't have did that to you.
But there's video of her. There's video of her with the red. We got again censor ourselves. There's video of her. And her feet are red.
Oh, okay.
There's red prints.
He shouldn't have did that. I do love his music though. I ain't gonna lie, man. His music hot though. I mean, yeah, got me through some hard times. But yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's a whole nother video.
That's a whole nother video.
Separating the artist from the talent, because we know people, and we've mentioned this before. Again, Bill Cosby, and I mean everybody has triggers. So this is interesting. I was on somebody else's live, and the person brought up how he can watch the Cosby Show because apparently it's available, which I didn't know was available on Amazon Prime.
Somebody said something about them. Should they bring it back? I'm like, how they gonna bring it back?
They just bring it back.
No, I'm talking about they talking about like pick up. Ain't he still locked up?
Yeah. Oh, they probably would have to do like they did Roseanne.
Remove him.
Yeah.
That's
what they would probably have to do. Yeah. But. And he said when Cliff and Claire are intimate, he says he's uncomfortable because of what the stuff came out about Bill Cosby, watching those. So he won't watch those scenes, but he's fine with watching the non.
Who said that?
It was somebody in somebody's live. They were because it came up. And they were like...
but there were no accusations of him doing anything to her, right?
No, to her, no. To her, only Lisa.
No, he tried. He tried Lisa Bonet. Lisa Bonet?
Yeah, he tried her, but as far as anybody else on the show, there were no...
wasn't Jello pudding.
So, but, and I mean, yeah, even with... I mean, they've had to censor old, like Eddie Murphy's Raw. That movie, I heard they had to
the stand-up. It's a stand-up comedy thing.
And remember, they tried David.
Yeah, they tried Dave, and then he started talking about... so they tried Dave, they tried to say that he was transphobic or something like that.
It was.
And he actually had a trans friend who was...
Daphne.
Yeah, ended up, taking
unalive.
Doing that to themselves, and he was very hurt by it. And people are people, man. Like I said, look.
I'm gonna say this real quick before you continue. I saw his special, and if I'm quoting myself correctly, and I believe I am, they said, now I don't know if it had to do if y'all were coming at Daphne, because there were people that had an issue that Daphne was working with him after the whole transphobic comments and accusations.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I honestly thought about that when he said,
like, did people harass Daphne
enough for Daphne to unalive?
Could have been,
and we know internet bullying is real. That people get a certain type of way. We don't know who's doing what.
Well, that's what happened with that woman that lived as a man for a year. There's a documentary or a story of a woman who was like, she wanted to see how it was to be a man, to see if it was real hard. And it was so tough for her to live as a man for a year that after the year or however long it was, that she ended up unaliving herself because she was so traumatized from the way she was treated by other women and the rest of society for being a man. That's powerful because, I've seen a thing with women getting divorced, and this one woman was like, oh, it's so hard for It's harder for us because we take care of the kids, we cook, we clean, we do this, we do that. And I'm not taking that nothing away from women. Like, I have a whole nother respect for women from the things that I've been doing the last couple of years or whatnot, taking the brunt of everything. And so, like I say before, and I say it again, I take my hat off to single moms or whatnot. But ladies, don't think that y'all are the only ones that go through this, just because we don't get to talk about this type of stuff. So even me talking about it now, they're like, he needs to grow up and be a man. I am. I've been manning up since I've had kids. I've been a man, and I'm not asking nobody to do no hair. I'm not asking nobody for nothing at all.
That's
what I'm saying?
We still living in a sexist society.
And I don't get government assistance. I don't get I don't get any help with rent. I don't even get food stamps. I don't.
But that's, again, when it comes to those things, that is women's work.
Yeah.
The man, which we know, the way our society, and still really is to this day, all a man got to do is provide, and he better not one time struggle in his providing, because it doesn't matter if it's a man, a woman, again, straight, gay, whatever. If you have a moment of struggle being the financial provider as a man, you are considered, you ain't SHI. And we all know this. This is why we're having a relationship, and I know we talk about a lot of relationship, but when some of these people get on these panels, they'll say, I don't need another person because I can have Amazon deliver this. I can pay somebody to clean my house. I can pay somebody to cook. Just like he mentioned.
What you gonna do when somebody break into your house?
But even outside of that too, what about love? What
That's
about holding somebody?
And
holding, I'm talking about hugs.
And we talking about men and women, like seriously, and like fellas, in the defense of the women, like, it's more being with somebody, and I know this for a fact because I'm married, and again, the things I've been through, it's more than just paying bills.
Mm-hmm.
You need to come home, and even if your wife's a stay-at-home mom, hey, how was your day today? What did the kids do, or whatever? Do you need help with this or that? But also, women, don't expect that man, if he is a sole provider, to just be like Superman. Understand that he needs to be asked, how was his day? He needs to, be comforted or whatnot.
Let me say this.
It's a 50-50 thing.
Because since we talking about triggers, just triggered me with something. Because what irks my nerve is this thing with, and I'm kind of having a little brain fart, y'all. Y'all be like, how you going to be triggered and have a brain fart? Because there's this thing out here that we're still going through. Like he said, I am tired of seeing, because the last time I read and people were talking about that childhood traumas, this is why a lot of people don't like to share a lot of things. You get, like you said, that person, grow up, da-da-da, da-da-da this, why are you talking, why are you whining? So let me tell you why you talking, why you whining, and why this triggers me. The truth is, you are in bondage. And you want someone else to be in bondage because you have chosen not to fix yourself. And yes, it is supposed to be hard. Leaving a relationship is supposed to be hard. You complain how many things are hard. It never was promised to be easy or everything to be easy. Well, I always got to go. Hey, I'm sorry to tell you this. I do this, and I do literally mental exercises to get through the stuff I get through. Just like the positive thing. Some people be like, oh, y'all so positive, y'all into positive, y'all not facing nothing. The positivity thing is to face it, but to not stay in it longer than what you have to stay in it.
But to accept it for what it is.
Because it trains you, as well as that, to... So instead of you laid on your face for 3 months over something that was probably no more than a month.
If that. Because you allowed it to. And he's right. And I tell you, I know you're right, because when I first met my wife, she went through things. But the love she had for God engulfed her so much. Like, she was so happy all the time. Like, it made me mad. I was like, yo, what the hell? Like, why are you so happy all the time? Like, yo, this is, real life is blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't understand it. until it was too late. Well, not too late, but I understood it later on because, again, I heard a lady say that when she divorced her husband, she said, I realized when I dated other guys that my husband was a great boyfriend, but he wasn't a good husband. And it's a big difference. You can be a good boyfriend and this
or father,
but a husband, like, you might not be the best husband or the best wife or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everything's all good until reality hits. You know what I'm saying? When reality hits, now everybody like, oh dang, I thought it was gonna be this, didn't know it was gonna be like that. Yeah, nothing is ever how you imagine it's gonna be.
And that's why the cheating is so-called wonderful, because cheating, you don't have to face the responsibilities. You're not dealing with bills, flat tires, getting new tires,
No.
kids, attitudes. Oh, you didn't text me back. You're not dealing with that stuff with cheating.
You can always just walk away.
Because as they call it, that's the honeymoon. Cheating is like the honeymoon. You go somewhere to a nice island. You're not worried about your bills. Sometimes you're not even worried about if you can afford the trip or not. You just there chilling. You got blue waters, clear skies, good weather, honeymoon, good food, all that.
It's always good in the beginning, no matter what, and that's why.
Even with friendships.
That's why I am the way I am, because it's not worth me losing everything I have.
So I hate to tell y'all, we always talk about doing the work. There's some people that don't like to hear this. And getting back to the whole censorship thing, if you don't like it, all you got to do is scroll by.
Don't watch it. It's by watching it, you're giving these people who you don't like views. And while we on the subject, America, especially our people. And I don't mean just people that look like us, but our people that are spiritually like us. If there's something that you don't agree with in this country that's going on, like all the stuff we're importing, which is why goods cost so much, stop buying foreign products. Take the time to read what's on the products, where it was made or whatever, and buy only American goods. Then maybe America will stop importing everything, and we'll have more jobs and more stability, and we can be an actual exporter versus the biggest importer in the world, which I'm sure we're not the biggest importer, we're probably close to it.
But also, from work experience, and I'm not the perfect worker, show up and do your best. Because even sometimes with that whole pay what you worth,
yeah, don't do that.
Some of y'all, or how do I put this? Some of y'all, I ain't gonna say you're not worth what you think you are, but some of y'all want more money or whatever the case is, but y'all showing up to work late every day, leaving early, doing a half behind job.
Every day.
Trying to do the less amount of work as possible, but then you still want this high pay and say, pay me what I'm worth. And also, too, again, you're going to have to put in some work to have something. Unless you just want to go work a 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong because most people work a 9 to 5. But are you the best at your 9 to 5? Whether you love it, hate it, or just like it.
And use these institutions, these jobs or whatever, these 9 to 5s, use them not just as a stepping stool, but as a learning tool. We learn so much from these businesses that we work for, these companies, these corporations, conglomerates. And me and him have worked for a lot of people, a lot of different jobs and different aspects of life. A lot. What do? We take that, use it as a learning tool for our own company of what to do and what not to do. So don't just go there. I mean, let people think that, hey, this is all you're doing. Don't let them know what you're doing, but learn from it. Like, I learned stuff about vendors and, also how to deal with different types of people. I learned what's BS and what's not. You know what I'm saying? At every job there's some or whatever, especially where I'm at right now. But yeah, which is, I won't say nothing about them, but other than that, but use it as a learning tool. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage. The system is a system for a reason, and always play chess, not checkers.
Because I want to know is wanting to be entertained all the time. Is being entertained all the time working for you all the time? Because some of y'all, and we ain't saying we so high and mighty and all this, what we're just saying, it's like this.
Y'all running.
But it's like this too. If you're not gonna fix it, honestly, just stop complaining.
Yeah.
That's what irritates the people who are doing the actual work. That's the biggest irritator of the people who are doing the actual work. So then you say, well, didn't you just tell me to scroll by? What is going to happen is that person's going to have their day, and they're going to scroll by you. It don't matter if you're a brother, a sister, a son, a daughter, a cousin, an employee, a manager, because there's ways to get around people that are closest to you. It's going to take some work. Be like, well, how can I get around my manager? You may have to move on to another place of work. Well, it's hard finding a job. Getting back to that hard.
Don't make excuses. Excuses and wealth don't mix. I'm already out the door. Like I claim it every day. Do I get my moments where I'm like upset, like yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. And then I had to talk to myself like, you know what, Eric, this ain't even your battle. You've done what you're supposed to do here. It's time for you to move on anyway. So I speak it into existence. I believe it and I feel it. I know my purpose, or one part of my purpose, and I fulfill my duties there based on what the Most High wanted me to do while I was there. Every place that I worked at, I had a purpose there. Whether it was to just talk to somebody or console somebody, or somebody console me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Never thought I'd be in the hotel industry. Ended up in the hotel business, and you know what? Shit, I'm sorry, excuse me. I don't even know how many years later, but, you know, over 12, maybe 13 years now, probably, I think, that he and I have known each other or whatever, and we formed this company to bring, you know, stuff like this podcast to you and other things that Two Geeks and Nerds Productions will be bringing to you.
Because if you watch our videos, we've been open about half behind in it, insecurities, just allowing life to get in the way, and
instead of muscling through it like we're doing now.
Little
by little. That's all you gotta do. You will progress. I just recently started working out again after a month and a half, 2 months hiatus to different reasons. And now I work out like at work. Like I had this huge thing of bags. Like people don't think plastic is heavy. I had a big old roll of bags. I was doing squats with them. And somebody else saw me and they was about to try to do it and they couldn't even pick it up. And I'm like, you know, but little by little, I got to where I am. So, and I'm going to keep on rising and rising, even if it's slow. That's slow but steady. As the turtles say, wins the race. Yeah, but, you know, y'all get off of the censorship stuff. That's what the point of this episode was about. Like, I get it. I'm not saying everything shouldn't be censored. But we need to really question some of the things that aren't censored that actually need to be censored. And I say this because I have children. So even in cartoons, which is some of the nastiest raw stuff when you really look at cartoons, like, and now especially when I go back and look at some of the stuff that we watched as kids, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, and now I really catch stuff listening to stuff with my kids, and I'm like, yeah, you don't need to be listening to that. Like, again, brainwash, you know, in your subconscious, and you don't even realize it. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say about this.
And we're about to end, and I'll say this one more thing. If someone isn't telling you what to do, how to do, and how to live, don't tell somebody else what to do, how to live, and whatever the hell else I just said. Let me rephrase that. If somebody is not telling you what to do, how to do it, and how to live, don't tell somebody else what to do, how to do, and what to live. If that person, like I always say, is on the other side of the street and doesn't cross on your side of the street and keeps walking,
exactly,
please leave them alone.
Let them have their free will.
Because you have control issues if you do that. And you don't want anyone messing. Listen, keep it real. You don't want anyone messing with your free will.
And it's based off of y'all's feelings a lot of time. Like I say, yo, stop talking about how you feel. Like, talk about how you feel, but don't let your feelings dictate reality. How you feel about something I mean, you could be happy about pizza one second and mad about it the next because it was not what you expected. Like, literally, this happened to me. Literally, like, man, I'm happy I'm about to go get this pizza, and then I bite the pizza, and I'm like, yeah, this is not really what I wanted.
Just add that.
Like, come on.
But guess what? I'm gonna speak for me. I ate the pizza.
Anyway, you gotta eat the pizza.
I could have threw it out, and I thought about it. But I said, nah, I done paid my money. I'm going to go ahead and eat it.
Eat the cake, Anna Murray.
Oh,
Lord. But anyway, you know, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're on the YouTube platform. Always like, share, comment, and follow us if you haven't followed us. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and you can also email us at the number 2 geeksandthenerdpro@gmail.com for any questions, concerns, comments, or inquiries. Yeah, like, you know, we appreciate y'all, your follows and your support thus far. If you'd like to make some donations to our, you know, our cause and our effort, also, you know, let us know. We'll be more than happy to put that towards good use, which is going into some programs of which we will be doing for the community, hopefully here soon or whatnot. We have a lot of things that we're working on behind the scenes that we haven't really spoke about. But yeah, keep us in our prayers. I mean, in your prayers, we'll keep you in ours. And remember, we are the geeks, you are the nerds, but we are all the nerdies. Peace.